Hi, this is Downside Up, and you're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia 89.5.
Correct. It is KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Time for a special pledge drive edition of Open Mic Radio. We're going to get it moving with a blast from the past. All right, check it out. This is Cabin Sessions. All right, Black Cats are my best friends. How about it? All right, that one's called Black Cat Bone. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, and we are streaming on the web at kopn.org. Welcome to the program. It is the 2nd of May. Man, I tell you what, the time flies.
Yeah, it does.
2nd of May, 2026, and we do this radio program Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands. My name is Mike Hagan. I am joined by the one and only kind Kurt. Hi, Kurt.
Oh, Terradaloo, Michael. Terradaloo. And a big Terradaloo to Bob and David out there who
Yeah, I was
watch their show.
I was hoping that Jimbo would join us. I think he may be here shortly. Jimbo. But anyway, appreciate you for the theme music there, Kurt, and the camaraderie, of course. Outstanding show last week. Let me quickly add some things here. Travis Foyt's and the Stardust Cowboys.
Excellent band.
Right? I mean,
that was a lot of fun.
Totally dug it. I appreciate the band coming by and playing for us. Those guys also had a nice performance last week at Earth Day.
I was lucky enough to catch a big portion of that set, too. It was a great day. Great music.
Yeah, those that's a super solid band, and I was excited that we could have them on the show last week. I do want to.
Matthew. Hey, Matt.
Oh yeah, Matt Bozeller in the house.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, go on in, man.
What am I trying to find? That's what I wanted to find. Let's put this in here. All right. Okay, we've got a busy show today.
Busy.
But last week we had Travis in the band with us. We also had a visit from Katie and Nate and Jeremy from the band Conductor. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
They have a new record that was released about a week ago, and we played a couple songs from that. We also had a visit from Joshua Lococo, the Joshua Lococo, I should say, dropped by, and we debuted his most recent release. It's called Black Widow, and I love all those guys, and I thank everyone for being a part of the show last week. Okay, so all right, very fun stuff. If you missed it, the website, I'm finally. I was always so embarrassed to say to go to the website because it was so lame and outdated. And anyway, with the help of my new AI friend Claude, I completely redesigned and rebuilt my website, and I'm very excited about it. It's very cool. So it's simple, MikeHagan.com. You saw it for the first time, right?
I did too.
Super cool, right?
Yeah, it's very easily interactive.
Fully searchable. Like if you want,
especially for somebody who is like completely technically illiterate.
Yeah, and
as me.
It looks cool, but
I am.
So for example,
even I could click on
if you wanted to, if you go, you click on the little button that says Open Mic Radio, and then there's a search bar, and if you wanted to hear any of John Galbraith's performances on the program over the last many years, you just put in John, and then you start with a G, and that'll probably be enough, and it'll list the many. John's like making a face here.
The catalog, the archive's actually very, very.
Oh
good.
no,
super. It goes on.
You know what? Okay, so we're in the middle of a pledge drive. Actually, toward the end of our pledge drive, we do this a few times a year. We come out to the public and ask for your support. We do it because it costs a good bit to run a radio station,
Oh yeah.
And KOPN has been making it happen for more than 53 years with the help of people just like you. We are a community radio station. I'm not paid to do this. Very few people actually here that work at KOPN are paid. We have a very small staff that's probably paid less than they ought to be paid, and the rest of us are all volunteers, and most of us have been doing it for a long time. We've got some new people here, and we're always looking for new volunteers and people that'd be interested in learning how to do radio and actually what independent radio really is. Nobody tells me what I can do for my show. I mean, there's some guidelines. Certainly, the FCC is a bit of a hammer over our heads as always. But I can make my own decisions. We can play what we want. We can talk about what we want, and as long as we stay within the rails for the most part, we can do that here. And that's become more and more rare not just here in Missouri, but across the country, maybe around the world. And so I'm super proud to have been a part of this thing for over 20 years myself, almost 25 years, and I'm a short timer. I was on Kevin Walsh's show last night. Kevin's one of my heroes, radio heroes for sure. He's a brilliant music head. He knows more about music than anyone I've ever met in my whole life, and he's done incredible radio here for decades. I mean, 40 years. Ross Shumba, who'll be doing a reggae, the reggae party coming up after this program. He's been doing radio here at KOPN almost 50 years. I mean, he's almost here at the beginning. We've only been on the air for 53 years, and so that's Motherland Jam. Morgan, wonderful stuff from noon to 2. If you missed it today, check it out on Saturdays. Right, Peter Rabbit, who does.
Grooving on the one
mic. Who does one mic before this program. Peter's been here for a few years now and just does an incredible program. And it's just a thrill to be involved with a bunch of really cool people who
myself, Michael,
and Kurt.
I feel like I do get paid in something way more precious than gold, honestly, in actually being able to hang out with the cool musicians that I encounter here.
Yeah,
and getting to hear the music we do.
And the memories, yeah.
Oh, yeah, making the best of the moment, man. A lot of smiles.
Yeah, so that's what we do here. We bring we bring live music and interviews with some of your favorite musicians from around Missouri, and we're going to do that again this afternoon. We got sort of a special thing going. It is a pledge drive, and we've been jabbing about it, but we should give the phone number out, 573-874-5676. Okay, please consider a donation to your station and to keep shows like Open Mic Radio on the air. We also have a $250 match. So anybody who donates during the program between now and 6 o'clock, if you donate $60, which will get you a membership to the station. I think that's still the case. Maybe it's $89.50. At any rate, whatever you donate between now and 6 o'clock, it'll be matched. So if you donated $100, it'll be like you donated $200. So
I'll start it out, Mike.
Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. What are you gonna do?
Hey, the full deal, man. If you said $60,
I don't know. Talk to the people in that other room over there. All right, so we definitely have Kurt on board.
We matching funds, yeah.
We got we have wonderfully cool living human being operators waiting to take your calls. And again, 573-874-5676. Give us a call.
That means I'm not taking any calls, apparently, Michael.
No. And but really, if you're familiar with this program,
God bless you if you are. I mean, you
we really try to bring the local regional stuff to you.
Of a saint, if you listen to this show for very long.
And a lot of people do appreciate it, even though Kurt's joking, and I'm glad about it. So we've we've been able to do it for a long time, and I hope we can keep it going. Okay. All right. So today we are going to do something a little bit different, not just because it's Pledge Drive Week, but there's a special event that's happening next Saturday, a week from today, for a close friend of ours. His name is Eddie Boster. And he has been a much-loved member of the Missouri music scene for many years. And Eddie had a pretty severe stroke last year and has some pretty serious medical concerns. And anyhow, some of his friends, John Galbraith in particular, have put together a tribute show for Eddie next Saturday at Cafe Berlin. And I'm off the air next Saturday, and I'm glad because I can actually go down to the show. But I'm glad that John is here joining us this afternoon. We got a few other friends. We got Keith Fletcher in the house. We got Matt Bozeller. Ramsey, yes. Ramsey's with us as well. And there's probably going to be a number of other old time iconic musicians from Missouri that are coming through here this afternoon, and I'm absolutely thrilled and privileged to have these guys in the studio with me, and we're going to do something cool for our friend Eddie. So, John. You probably know the details, so if you grab that mic, if you don't mind, and pull it a little bit closer, and tell people what's happening next week for Eddie, because we're definitely going to get some music. We're going to play some of the old time stuff from Fugitive Kind, and we've got some cabin session stuff. John's going to play one or two for us in the studio here. We got Keith Fletcher with a guitar on his lap. So we're going to kind of combine some recorded stuff and some live stuff this afternoon. Like I said, we have some other friends that are going to join us as well. But we're really doing this for Eddie Boster. And John, maybe jump in.
Yeah, let's see. Me and my son's mom were talking a few months ago, and she said, we were talking about Eddie and taking care of him and stuff, and not that we take care of him, but he needs help, and his girlfriend helps him with that, and she needs help often. And she had the idea of, well, we should put like a tribute show or something together for him. And of course I said that was a good idea. And then Adrian at Cafe Berlin a few weeks back asked if I wanted to play a certain date, and I haven't been playing I played once in February. I haven't been playing out as much lately, so I said I'd do it, and I asked Peter Lemire and Nick Gorham if they'd play with me.
Yeah, your drummer and
yeah, they didn't play it in the last incarnation of my band, but I asked them if they'd do it, and they said they would, and we were trying to see who could open for us, and I remembered, we were talking about tribute for Eddie. And so I asked Adrian, I asked Peter and Nick, and everybody was up for that. And I told people about it, people from all over the country. And they said, yeah, we'll be there.
Incredible. So that's happening again next Saturday. Eddie was involved in a bunch of different music projects. He also owned a really cool record store for years, and we were kind of chatting about that last night as well. But Kevin made the comment that it's kind of cool to have a musician who actually owns a record store, because you get some really you get a little bit of a deeper dive, perhaps. So Keith, let's say hi to Keith Fletcher, and maybe you can chime in a little bit, Keith. What for people who aren't familiar, a little bit about your background and how you and Eddie kind of got together and were doing stuff.
Okay. Well, you were just talking about how he had the Salt of the Earth record shop.
Absolutely, Salt of the Earth.
That started in Doniphan, Missouri.
Is that right?
In the late 70s. I gave guitar lessons in his shop all the way back in the 70s.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was kind of my mentor. I bought all my records from Eddie Boster, the Salt of the Earth. He kind of turned me on. I mean, I didn't know what, I was a young kid just playing, Leonard Skinner and stuff, and he kind of turned me on to the blues, and so, he showed me how to play, what's it called? Oh, I can't think of it. Oh, never mind. But he showed me how to play some blues, and then years later, how I kind of got into the blues was I always said, I want to play some blues, Eddie showed me some, and so I recorded some stuff. It wasn't computer were just coming out, and you could record on computers.
Sure.
And so I recorded myself a little homemade album, and call it Stormy Monday. He turned me on to that kind of stuff, and I recorded. And but anyway, so that's sort of the start of my thing. But yeah, and then one day I was just walking down the street, and there was Eddie. How does that? How did that happen? And so I was kind of tied up with school at the time, couldn't play music. But a few years later, and that's when he was having Dreams About Guns and all those other bands. And but he asked me to play in Big Medicine for him, and so that was great. So it's great for me to be able to go back and try to. I never sang these songs. I just I always talked about just putting the icing on the cake. I didn't even learn the chords. I was just playing my thing, and so it's like kind of an honor to kind of learn the songs actually how to sing them. So.
And you guys will be performing next Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
Yeah. I'm Ramsey. I'm going to be doing as little as possible in terms of playing. John asked me if I wanted to play because he had liked a cover of an Eddie song, a Fugitive Kind song called Glory Road.
What's generally what's your instrument, Ramsey?
Acoustic guitar,
Okay.
harmonica, and so I said I would do it and maybe do one of my own songs from the old days and then get off the stage. So I'm going to do a couple, but I'll let the real musicians handle it. But I go back with Eddie not quite as far, but I met him when I was in college in '94.
Wow.
And I was selling my...
At what school?
At Mizzou.
At Mizzou here? Okay.
And I teach at Mizzou.
Oh, wow. What do you teach?
I teach in the film studies department.
Cool.
So I'm a film historian.
Wow. Yeah.
And, I went into Salt of the Earth, and I was about 21 years old, and asked him if I could sell my solo CD behind the counter where the locals were.
Yeah.
And within a year, he was as good a friend as I had in town, and I started working at Salt.
Oh.
And I was hanging out like a rat, and I would hang out when Fugitive Kind would rehearse in the basement.
Right.
So many hours.
Yeah.
In the basement, and I would record with Ed in the basement and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, he was a huge, important part of my life.
Yeah.
And then, of course, marriage in grad school and baby and all that stuff happened. So we tried to keep in touch as much as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great.
Well, it's very cool that you're that you're going to be a part of it next week. So I appreciate you being here this afternoon as well, Ramsey.
I will say one more thing: is I'm going to auction. I'm a painter.
No.
So I'm going to auction off silent auction 5 large paintings, and then have some other smaller stuff for sale, and all the proceeds will go to Ed's care.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you and outstanding. All right. So speaking of Fugitive Kind, Matt Bozeller in the house as well. He was a former bandmate of Eddie. Give us a little bit of your background, and then I'm going to play one from Big Medicine, I think, and then we'll play one from Fugitive Kind. Then we'll come back, and we've got time. We'll have John play one for us. We got Keith ready to rock and roll a little bit for us. So
we also have Dennis Hodo, who's probably
is Dennis here?
Yeah, he's known Eddie since grade school. So
okay, so if we can get there he is over there sitting in. I didn't see him behind there. Okay, yeah, and no rush. Anytime though. So we got Dennis here as well. We'll get to talk with him a little bit. But Matt, why don't you chime in for a second?
Well, I guess I met Eddie in the late '80s. Just a high school kid going into the record shop. I think I bought my first CD there. I think it was The Descendants. I Don't Want to Grow Up.
A nice little punk rock record.
Yeah, and it was one of the first times I was in the shop talking about cassette decks, and he was like, "Oh, you got to clean your cassette, your heads on your cassette deck.
Sure.
Take this Discmaster cleaner home with you and clean your." So like, this is the first time I met this guy. He's just
right.
So anyway. And I don't know, a few years later, I was playing in a punk rock band, and Eddie was starting up Fugitive Kind, and I guess a drummer that I was playing with at the time, Dane Harper, and I started playing with them, and James, and
James Camp.
James Camp, yeah, he's coming into town for the benefit.
Yeah, okay.
How did James find out about the benefit?
I told him about it. I didn't tell him to come, but I told him about it. Oh, okay. And then he just says, "I'll be there."
That's awesome.
Then I told Dreams About Guns member Minneapolis. I said, "Hey, James is coming," and he said, "I'll be there." And then Irwin, who played drums and Dreams About Guns, I told him that these guys were coming for the benefit. He said he's in California. He said, "I'll be there." And then we got Nathan coming from Wichita?
I love it.
Kansas.
Lawrence.
Okay, from Lawrence.
That's where he was.
Okay.
Well, I just got a note from Bartholomew Bean, who's on his way here, and he said, "Mike, it looks like I'll get there at the tail end of the show. I'll try not to get stopped for speeding." So, Bart and Eddie, good friends as well back in the day. So, give for people who aren't familiar a time frame for like Fugitive Kind when you guys were playing together, Matt.
Oh gosh, this would have been in like early '90s, like 90. 91, 92.
Yeah.
Something like that. And, I probably played with him until 2002, maybe. We burned up the Midwest in James's old van, carrying this huge PA system with us. You wouldn't believe the size of the PA that, we used back then.
Well, you know what? Eddie had a reputation for playing loud.
Oh, yeah.
Played any music since I've left.
I haven't, so we're gonna do
Oh
that.
my God.
All right, what should I play? I've got a whole bunch of
Play.
Big Medicine stuff, Fugitive Kind. Throw some songs out, and I'll grab one.
You choose the Fugitive Kind since you're on.
Yeah.
Like
Man,
Lonesome as the Wind or something like
Yeah, Lonesome is the Wind. No, Time Drops a Quarter. How
Okay.
about that?
Time Drops a Quarter.
It's really fast.
Hey, tell people
I put
to
it on
hit
this.
that
I
pledge
put it
drive,
on the
too.
other day to relearn it for Saturday, and gosh, it's so fast.
that. Everything's fast. Almost.
Well, I wish I had it.
It's on the CD.
Is it on the CD?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So
But yeah, I've really been
While
liking
while I'm
a
doing
song
that-
called "She Didn't Lie."
I've
Oh,
had
it's-
it.
oh,
It's
that
6
one.
minutes long.
Is it?
Let's get some music going here, Michael.
hey, I want to remind everyone that we are in the middle of a pledge drive here, and you're not going to get this kind of local
just
stuff
did it.
outside. Did you made your pledge? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So on the web, kopn.org, you can donate securely, but I'd rather if you called here and made the phones ring, 573-874-5676. Keep this radio station on the air and keep Open Mic Radio bringing the most remarkable musicians from our town here in our state and just our place. And I'm so thrilled to be able to do this every week and bring these incredible artists and bands to you guys. And I hope you'll show your appreciation for it. Okay, Lee Ruth. Wow, as a premium, and we do have a lot of really cool stuff. If you donate your hard-earned money, you can get some cool stuff in return. Kurt just got a signed copy of Lee Ruth record. We had, and a quick shout out to Cafe Berlin. We're doing this thing for Eddie next week at Cafe Berlin, but about a month ago there was an outstanding event for Lee Ruth here in town. Another legend and just an iconic figure here in the mid-Missouri music scene for many, many years. Taught lots and lots of people how to play guitar, like Keith has himself. But it takes that kind of stuff. The collaboration between the station and places like Cafe Berlin in order to do stuff like this, and it's what really makes the difference. It makes it worthwhile, and you all can be a part of it. Okay, to be a member of KOPN gives you a vote. Every year, you can vote on the board of directors. You can come here and use the facilities at the radio station. Hi, Jimbo. Good to see you. Did you pledge?
Oh no, I just got here. No, I was
Oh,
going to
okay.
do 20 years because he's recording.
Oh,
Hop in there.
okay. All right. No, not quite yet. So, anyway, please keep this place going, and it happens because you. People like you donate and help us out. Okay, there's a lot of good things if you do. Okay, we are going to play time drops from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there any background on this song?
11, 12.
Time drops a quarter. Open Mic Radio, KOPN. Let's just rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's an Eddie song.
Confusion blows our lives round like a windstorm, and the dollar rules our days like a king. And we build our lives high on a platform of trust, fragile as the flowers of spring, and hope is what the future must bring. Through the windows of time, a glimpse of future. Oh, turn our eyes away like from the sun. How like when it comes, we'll never know. Uncertainty could surely make us run, and security is not bound behind a gun. But the time is running away like a stepchild, and it's lost, will it ever call home? And how will you answer in the middle of the night when time drops a quarter in the payphone and tells you it's your turn to roam? Well, the highway curls out for you like a ribbon that's tied to your dreams. If the path that you follow is not your own, your destination could be laughter or scream.
Yeah, very cool stuff there. That's Eddie Boster music, Fugitive Kind. You're listening to it here. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. And I got John Galbraith in the studio with me. We got Keith Fletcher here. Dennis Ono in the house as well. Kind Kurt is here. Jimbo's here. We have people anxiously awaiting your phone calls to donate your greenbacks to KOPN and keep this rockin' community radio station on the air. We've been doing it for 53 years, and I'd like to see that continue on into the foreseeable future. Dave Angle in the house, another wonderful local musician joining us this afternoon. Dave's a great supporter of this program and of KOPN, and I appreciate him coming by. I love it. David, I love you. All right, so we're playing music and reminiscing a little bit about Eddie Boster, a good friend of ours who's in a little bit of need these days, and we all are, to be honest. Everybody's got something going on, and it's nice to be able to help out when you can. So I appreciate the people for listening to the program, all of my friends and other musicians that have come down here to hang out and to talk about Eddie and stuff.
Out there in Arrow Rock that's got us tuned in right now.
How about it? How about the people out there in Arrow Rock?
But lovely community up there.
Hey, John, we haven't really talked about your connection with Eddie. Like, when did you guys first start doing stuff together, or when did you meet him?
Probably when I was like 15 years old. He had Keith mentioned he had a store. He had the record store originally in Donovan, and then they moved. I think Eddie moved off to Boulder or something like that for a while, and then he was living in Poplar Bluff, and I probably met him when I was like 15 at the store, and then I started playing with him in his band there, which is mostly a cover band in Poplar Bluff. But he had written maybe a couple songs, and we had another songwriter that wrote a couple songs, and we'd practice like 3 times a week while I was in high school with him and a bunch of other grown-ups.
Give the numbers. Give the numbers.
The numbers, 573-874-5676. Also on the web, kopn.org. You can donate securely. Give us a call, though. Make the phones ring and get one of these incredible premiums. We got gift certificates and gift cards to cool restaurants and businesses around town, including Booch's. My place, or a place where I'm one of the proprietors there. I also would like to mention that there's all kinds of tickets. I mean, just give us a call, because there's so many cool things that you might be able to walk away with just a pledge for $89 or something like that. So you can also pledge $1,000. You can pledge $1 million if you got it. All right. I mentioned that there's a $250 match going on right now, right? So please take advantage of that, and your money will go twice as far to help the station. All right, 573-874-5676, and back to John Galbraith. Sorry about that, John.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so you and Eddie, you were young and met him at the record store, but then you began playing. What was the name of the band when you guys were playing?
Well, in Poplar Bluff, I think they were called Borrowed Time. We'd practice like 3 times a week, and we only played like maybe 3 times the whole time I was playing with them while I was in high school. And then I helped him move his store up here in '86 in a place called the Strollway Center right there on 9th Street. And I stayed here for a few months and stayed in his place, and I went back to Poplar Bluff and played in cover bands. And I came back here a couple years later. He came with his bass player and their band van and picked me up in Poplar Bluff and brought me up here in '89 to play. And I played in Dreams About Guns for a couple years.
Was Eddie in any way instrumental in your guitar playing? Like, I mean, you're one of my favorite guitarists and an extremely skilled guitarist. I say this every time you come on the show, but was he involved in your learning?
Not a lot. I mean, he played some couple things that I didn't know that I saw that I learned from him. But he didn't try to teach me how to play or anything. But
like you weren't taking lessons from him.
I learned some stuff from him though, and I had to learn a bunch of songs. And we were back then, and like when I was in high school, we were playing like stuff like Lone Justice and the Pretenders and stuff like that, so, which nobody wanted to hear down there in Poplar Bluff.
Okay, well, do you and Keith you guys want to do one? Are you going to do one together, or are you guys doing something separately?
We haven't done one together in probably a long time.
Well,
maybe just in a jam. But if you, I'm gonna play Drag the River. If you know that, jump in. You know.
Well, I would, but I tuned the E, so I.
Oh, okay, that makes it hard.
Or I would have.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's have one from Keith Fletcher. He's going to play "Drag the River" and maybe give us a little background on that before you play it. Is that a song that you used to play with Eddie as well?
Yeah, I used to play this song with Eddie.
In what project?
Big Medicine.
In Big Medicine.
Yeah, and,
yeah.
Used to play slide on this. I used Open D. I'm going to play it today just in the standard tuning, and I'm not going to use a slide. I'm just going to wing it because I actually just kind of put this together. So I hope I don't.
I'm actually. I love it. I'm saying this to actually remind myself though, but I'm expecting a call from Tim Carey, who's another friend of ours and another former bandmate from Big Medicine. And Big Medicine has had a lot of members over the years, but Tim was playing with Eddie for quite a while back in the early 2000s as well. So so I'm hoping to hear from Tim. In the meantime, let's get one from Keith Fletcher. Okay, John, I'm going to ask you to point your microphone sort of toward Keith there, and then I'm going to do the same. And I'll remind you, you're listening to Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia. Please give us a call. It's time to donate, okay? Time to step up and keep this rocking and rolling going, okay? Thank you very much. Matt Bozeller on the record, okay? 573-874-5676.
Okay.
We will match your pledge for a while this afternoon. Please make it worthwhile for yourself and for us. And I'll be back in a few minutes. Right now, it's Keith Fletcher. Let's do it.
All right. Here you go, Ed.
Yeah.
Hope I'll make you proud. We drank the river for your love. Love is like a waterfall, breathtaking, silent, strong. She struck me like a lightning bolt. I found you when we were gone. As a summer song, I remember her. And we drank the river for our love, for our love, for our love. On the street side of the river. That was getting a little long, so I cut it off. I just worked that out, and I didn't quite have it. Didn't quite have it right.
All right, outstanding stuff there. That's the wonderful Keith Fletcher in the studio with us this afternoon. We're gonna slide it over and have one from Mr. John Galbraith, who's gonna play one for us. So thank John. You play one for us. And hey, and tell Dave to come in and say hi real quick if you don't mind.
Hey, Dave.
And Dennis is ready at some point here, but yeah.
Ask him for you here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have you say hello.
Is anybody else out there Is there anybody else out there that we should say hi to? Hey, yes, okay. Matthew's here again. And there's Dave Angle. Hi, Dave.
Oh, shoot. Hang on. Hey, Dave.
Oh, appreciate that, Dave. Thank you.
And maybe Dennis is still here. I don't know.
Yeah, Dennis is here. We're going to get him. And in fact, he
I think he was going to play something too.
Yeah.
You know what has never happened that could happen right now is
What?
John and I could play a song together.
Wow. Yeah, get your guitar, please.
You're not just teasing me there, are you?
See, we don't mess around here. We just have ideas and then we do it. All right. So John Galbraith's going to play one, whether he likes it or not, with Dave Angle here. So Keith Fletcher. Keith, you're going to play another one for us maybe in a little bit?
Yeah, I can do another one.
Okay, we got one more from Keith coming up. Okay, no, dude, it's incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, Kurt, I'm going to have you be microphone guy, okay?
Yeah.
Let's put both of those way up. And then point this one down. That
You want this one down?
I want that one down on the guitars, and I want the other two up.
This one down.
Yep.
This one up?
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to.
Yep. And bring Dave's up too.
Over.
You going to standards? Is that what you're telling me?
All right.
I wouldn't be able to.
It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, We're in the middle of our spring pledge drive, and I would like to hear the telephones ring over the din of these beautiful guitars. 573-874-5676.
I just made my pledge, so you're aware.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
It was
Right?
a really seamless process.
Was it good? Yeah.
I've got a parting gift
What'd you
for
get?
making a $120 pledge.
Ooh, you got
there are only a few of these left, and I'm not kidding. That is true. It is a.
one of the new T-shirts.
It's a T-shirt from a pledge drive past.
Oh,
but
it's
it
one of the
is
vintage
bird.
shirts.
It's the bird.
Oh, yeah.
One
Okay,
of the better designs. And I know I'm holding it up to the microphone, and this is radio, but
So there are.
Can get a better view.
So
but
there are.
there are hats, there are bandanas, there's a few shirts left.
And some of this is legacy stuff, like
Yep,
Dave just got.
exactly.
So
the bird
so,
shirt
so
is definitely a recent
won't-
legendary
you'll
print.
you'll be sporting that, and people will know you're
So, Mike,
you're old school. Yes,
allow
David,
me
please.
to say thank you for doing this show. Thank you for always welcoming me and every other musician in town into this
Most of them.
vaunted space.
They just gotta be friendly,
I hear
yeah.
you. That might be an
No,
over-inclusive thing there.
No,
But
no,
the
it's
point
not.
is,
It's-
your show is over-inclusive, and there is no such thing. Inclusivity cannot be overdone. So thank you, my friend. It is a unique thing that you have built, and I am very pleased and honored to have been a small part of it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, David. Yeah.
So, John.
Dave, you got an Eddie Boster story quickly before?
I was thinking as
before
I
you
was
play a
listening
song?
on the way over, I wish I knew Eddie better. I certainly...
I know Eddie better, too, but yeah. Anyway.
I certainly, when I was a student here, was in awe, in a lot of ways, of Salt of the Earth Records.
Oh,
and
what
the
a
vibe that was
store.
thrown off down there over on... I knew it as being over on 9th Street, kind of down by Shakes. And...
Is that what you remember, John? Well, I mean, it moved around, like John said, a little bit, right?
Two spaces here.
Here in Columbia?
They were both on 9th Street.
Okay, yeah.
There was the one that was a little closer to Shakes, right? Like kind of down by where... Yep. Where the Art League is now, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean... And then I don't think I was around in between now and then enough to have really kindled a relationship with Eddie. When I was a young student, I was just kind of a little bit not put off, but whatever the right word.
In awe of the guy.
Yes,
or
there you go.
something.
Just kind of like holding back a little bit.
I get it.
So anyway, I'm sorry that I was just talking with Dennis out front, and Dennis and I are of a similar vintage, and that puts us in kind of the same vintage as Eddie. And it's hard to see friends struggling like that as time goes on, and it's coming for all of us.
Yeah. I mean, it really is. I mean, we had our great friend Dave Durnley, last year. We've got, we're all on borrowed time.
Yeah,
so
we've been lucky enough to live long enough that some of our friends are dying.
Yeah. So enjoy it while you got it. Do the best you can while you got it, and that's what we're trying to do here.
We're
at
struggling.
KOPN.
Maybe is another way to say it is struggling, because Eddie's still with us, obviously.
That's right. Exactly right. So all right, let's play a song. All right. Yeah.
So,
let's do one for us.
John, this is Clay. I was thinking of doing Clay Pigeons, which is just a GCD thing.
It's KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM, and give us a call, 873, I'm sorry, one more time, 573-874-5676. We got John Galbraith, Dave Angle in the studio. Let's do it.
And this combination is, Kind Kurt, a debut.
Oh yeah. I mean, two of the most outstanding players around town and around mid Missouri. So this is a treat, you guys. John Galbraith, Dave Angle, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Call us, 573-874-5676. Be a part of this thing, okay?
Well, I'm going down to the Greyhound station, baby, buy a ticket to ride. Find that lady with 2 or 3 kids, sit down by her side. I'll ride until the sun comes up and down about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, try to hide my sorrow from these people I meet and get along with it all. Down where people say y'all, I sing a song with a friend, I'll change the shape I'm in, and get back in the game and start playing again. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go to start over again. Back down to Texas, down to somewhere I ain't ever been. Get up in the morning and go out at night, and I won't have to go home. Get used to being alone. I change the words to the song and start singing again. One more time. Again. I'm tired of running around looking for answers to questions I already know. I could build me a castle of memories just to have somewhere to go. Count the days and nights until it takes to get back into the saddle again. I'll feed the pigeons some clay. I'll turn the night into day. Start talking again when I know what to say. Ticket to ride. Find that lady, baby, with 2 or 3 kids, sit down by her side. I'll ride until the sun comes up and down, about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat, trying to hide my sorrow from all these people I meet and get along with it all. Down where people say, y'all, I feed the pigeons some clay. I turn the night into day and start talking again when I know what to say. All right.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Yeah.
Right on, John. Right on, brother. See, that's what can happen here at Open Mic. Never played with John Galbraith before.
How
And
about
that's
it?
that's a freaking crime right there. But
Incredible.
Thank you, John.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that you guys need to have another little collaborative
Agreed.
thing, okay?
Don't think that wasn't going through my mind.
All right, so,
John's like, I haven't been playing out much.
Let's have Miss Pippa Letsky say hi to us here. Hello,
Mike,
Pippa.
Mike, thank you very much.
David, thank you, man. I love you. John, stick around. We're going to have you do do one that you had chosen. If Dave wants to play along, that's up to you guys, okay? But we're going to get another one
I'm
from
not
John
quite
here.
as good as John at that part.
But I will quickly say hello to my colleague and friend,
Hi.
Miss Pippa Letsky. Hi.
Yeah, I'm here to repeat the numbers 573-874-5676. It's so good to see everybody here.
I love it.
I don't want Dave to leave because
Oh, he's not
Dave-
leaving.
Yeah, he is.
He's just teasing.
Come back in here. Yeah, no.
I'll come back. I'm not going.
Yeah, he ain't leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pledge drive time on here on KOPN, and Mike is doing such a fine job bringing in all these fabulous musicians. Such fine music right here live in the studios at KOPN. Give us a call and keep him supported here. 874-5676, 573-874-5676. You can
Yep.
give online at kopn.org. Just go to the website and hit the red button.
And Pippa's like the coolest. She does a great show called Music Without Borders, and she
I do.
plays outstanding music from all around the world. Primarily female artists, but you also do. That's not the only show that you do. Sometimes you host World Woman. Is that right?
Yeah, I do World Woman on the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month from 5 to 7 on Sunday nights. And then I do Music Without Borders on the 1st and 3rd and 5th Tuesdays from 3 to 5. And that's when I play always music from outside the borders of the USA, outside, from over the wall.
Yep.
That's my contribution.
And Pippa's like Australian, but even though she sounds English.
No, I'm English, but I grew up in Australia.
Okay, I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
But she's been a wonderful part of KOPN for many years. One of the first friends of mine here for many years. How long have you been doing it here? You've been 20 plus years.
87 since 1987.
Okay, yeah. So again, like I'm short timer compared to
some of us,
to some of the people here, and
Lee
it's a testament.
Ruth has just retired. I mean, he
50 plus years.
Yeah, he did KOPN.
You know, Morgan, 40 years plus. Kevin. I mean, Carol Goodnick. There's a whole. There's quite a few here that are still just really been carrying the torch for a long time. And
the old timers disease.
well, I'll tell you what. All of those people we just mentioned, including yourself, are still making incredibly cool radio.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, Kevin's amazing.
He is phenomenal.
You do a remarkably cool show. Ross Shumba and Morgan, of course, just incredible. Yeah, stick around. Ross Shumba and a reggae party coming around at 6 o'clock. Get your dancing shoes on, all right?
Kevin yesterday had so many good ideas. One was, this is independent media. Are you interested in keeping independent media on the air? Give us a call, 573-874-5676. He also said 80% of the programming here at KOPN is locally produced. Yeah. So this is local right here. We're calling on the community to invest in the community. Come and give us a call.
It's exactly
874-5676.
You know, and even though I really didn't plan on doing this today, John got a hold of me earlier in the week to do this thing. Actually, we were going to plan on being on the air next Saturday before the tribute for Eddie. But I'm not on the air next Saturday. It's Big Cat Matt. So I said, well, why don't you guys?
No, you have 2 hours, and Matt only has 1.
No, Matt does 2.
Oh, he does 2 now. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But anyway, I was like, well, why don't you come down this weekend and we'll get as many people as we can to join us, and between John and I, we got a whole slew of people to come down here and play songs for us.
Really fine musicians.
So I'm really thrilled about it, and that's what we can do here. So yeah.
Matt is a good friend of Eddie's too.
Matt Bozeller, yes.
Deal.
Oh, Matt Deal.
Oh, Matt Deal.
Big Cat.
That's right, Big Cat Matt. Yeah. So Big Cat Matt does a show called Rockabilly Corner, and it is on the same time slot as us. It's on the second Saturday of the month. That'll be next Saturday, actually on the 9th, when we won't be here.
He does a kick-ass show.
Oh, the dude's amazing.
He is amazing.
He is a savant knowledge when it comes to that old time country and rockabilly music. And he's his presentation takes a little getting used to, but he's actually very lovable.
He's a savant,
and he is, and he's a riot. And I actually love his show, and he plays great music. And I actually get a kick out of listening to Matt too. I do enjoy his show. So.
Only here on KOPN, Only here on KOPN.
I mean, for real, you are not going to get Big Cat Matt outside of KOPN.
If you listen to BigCat Matt Deal, you will know why KOPN is KOPN and why we are worth supporting.
That is so true. And so if you love Big Cat Matt and you hate this program and you wish he was on 3 times instead of me, give us a call, 873. Why do I keep saying 873?
573.
Yes.
874. 5676. We've got lots of wonderful, friendly volunteers out there wanting to answer your phone.
Yeah, and some cool stuff to entice you as well. We got gift certificates and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the music here, okay? All right, Pippa, thank you. I love you.
You're welcome.
All right, so...
Big Cat Matt Deal show to my favorite.
All right, so we now have a new friend and guest in the studio. His name is Dennis... Dennis Hodo. Dennis, for those unfamiliar, maybe a little bit about your background and how you came to know Eddie and stuff, and then we'll see if you play a song or two for us.
Okay. I grew up in Doniphan, Missouri.
That's where the Salt of the Earths originally started. Yeah.
Eddie and I have known each other for quite a while.
Okay.
Grade school?
I started in the fall, in September of 1956. I started the first grade at Doniphan Elementary School, and
that's good.
I had 2 older brothers. One was in the 2nd grade and one was in the 3rd grade. And then there was this really cool guy in the 4th grade called Eddie Boster. So I guess you could say we go back to the fall of 1956. And
I'll be darned.
there are people on this planet that have known him longer than that, but damn few. I'm sure.
You guys performed together and played music together?
You know, my brother and I had a band in high school when I was 15 and my brother was 16, and Eddie was a little older, and he actually is in college, but he used to come back home on the weekend from college to come and see us little punks play because, you know, I remember the first thing I ever heard him say about that was like, those guys are just a bunch of little kids and they sound really good.
You know, I say that pretty often on this radio program.
Yeah.
I get a lot of young people come through here, these bands that are, you know, college bands or even high school bands.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly impressed and it's a joyful thing to see these young people playing and rocking and loving it. You know, it's a thrill. Yeah.
We had a lot of fun playing a couple years, but then like I was a poor kid, so I had to work. I started working
I feel that.
lids when I was a little big kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 15 and 16, I worked in a tire shop where they paid me a little bit of cash under the table because I wasn't even legal to be there. But and then when I turned 16, I went up to Ed's mom and dad's store and applied for a job, and they hired me. And
what kind of store was that?
it was a convenience store, gas station, you know, the first C-store kind of a thing I ever ran into. But his parents were great. You know, they were the first people I ever worked for that paid honest wages and took out your taxes and did everything by the book for you. And I didn't really know how to act with that kind of kindness. So if you ever wonder how Eddie got so kind, I'll tell you, his parents were some of the most fabulous people that ever walked this planet. They were. It was an honor to work for him and to get to know him. He came up on weekends and summers, and we worked together there. And turned out that we both went in the service at the same time. We both got out the same time.
What branch?
I was in the Army. He was in the Navy. And we both got home about the same time, and he was living in an apartment there. And I went back to my mom's house first time in my life I ever got to be the only child, because everybody else grew up and moved away. And I just came back from the jungle. But we were hanging around a lot then and playing guitars, and that's when he started a band. And don't ask me why I wasn't in it, because I think I probably had too many things to do.
Right, right.
But I wish I could say that I was. And then like 50 years ago in 76, he and I were roommates here in Columbia and for a semester. And neither...
Like at school, you mean?
We were both out of school, but it was like the first semester of 1976 that he lived here.
Okay, all right.
And then when that ended, he went to Donovan and started Salt to the Earth. And then I went, I had a brother, one of my older brothers was really sick and passed away, and I went to Florida and took care of him and his stuff for about a year. And then I came back and went to Oklahoma and lost touch for about 20 years. But here the last, 15, 18 years, something like that, I've been retired, and I've been living in Columbia, and we've been bumping into each other a lot. And so, yeah, I've known him quite a while, and he never has changed. The Eddie you know is the same Eddie I met on the playground in 1956.
Yeah, I love it.
That was the year before I was born.
I know. Well, we're old.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. The experience and the memories are one of the. There's not a lot of great things about getting old, and I won't lie, but I'm getting old myself. But the experiences and the memories are such a huge part of it. So I'm thrilled that you're all here sharing memories about Eddie and stuff. And next week's going to be a fun thing. Cafe Berlin. We'll mention that again. It's a tribute for Eddie Boster, not to Eddie Boster. That implies the posthumous thing. But Eddie's still with us, and we're gonna rock and roll for him next weekend, right, John?
Yeah, I hope he'll make it. His son's planning on bringing him if he's healthy enough.
Yeah, Eddie will actually be there. We're hoping, right?
Yeah, we're hoping.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Dennis, would you like to play a song for us?
Yeah, John just helped me make my first honest to goodness CD.
Well, he can play with pretty much anybody.
Called Ozarkana. Oh, that's why I picked him.
That was a good.
Not only can he play with just about anybody, he's really damn good at it.
Right, anybody can play with anybody. Can they do it well? All right.
So when it's just me and my guitar, it doesn't sound anything like that studio CD because I got a lot of really.
All right, Kurt, I'm going to have you drop some microphones. Let's bring that. Actually, let's turn that one toward and float it. Yeah, and then bring those other two up, and then bring Dennis's back a little bit, and and we'll be good. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5. That's fine, yeah. We're on the web at kopn.org. We are in the middle of, toward the end of our spring pledge drive, and we count on your support to keep this rock and roll radio station doing exactly that. 573-874-5676, 573-874-5676. You can also donate securely online at kopn.org. Please reach into your pocket and support incredible live music on the radio here in mid-Missouri. Okay, John Galbraith, Dennis Hodo, anytime you guys are ready. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, this is on the CD. It's called I Know. Well, I'd like to find a time machine. Go tell my young self what I have seen. Not sure I'd listen because I know. I thought I knew it all back then. I knew the man in the mirror thinks it's too late, but the young man inside him just can't wait. Maybe I'll make it even if I'm slow. Believe the story that I know. Well, I'd like to go back and find you, because I know just what I would do. I'd hold your hand and look into your eyes and tell you the future would be a surprise. The man in the mirror says it's too late, but the young man inside him just can't wait. Maybe I'll make it even if I'm slow. You won't believe the stories that I know. I've learned a lot the hard way, and it shows. I am who I am, and that's the way it goes. I'd like to teach my kids what I know, 'cause they might be wiser to know what I know. Well, baby, we could go back through time again, see all the people and places we've been. There's one thing that for sure I know. Life is a gift, and that's the best thing I know. Yeah, life is a gift, and that's the best thing I know. The man in the mirror says it's too late, but the young man inside him just can't wait. Maybe I'll make it even if I'm slow. You won't believe the stories that I know. Yeah, that's an old timer song.
I love it. I love it. Hey, why don't we do another one since you're all set up?
We're all warmed up, ready to
Yeah,
go. Okay,
let's do it. Okay.
Well, Eddie and I were having a discussion over at Booch's a few years ago.
Booch's?
Booches, yeah.
I know the place.
Am I not supposed to say that?
No. You're welcome to. Yeah.
All right, well.
In fact, if you pledge, I think it's $89.5, you can get a $20 gift certificate to Booches, and
cool.
And those don't expire.
Hey,
I tell
great,
people nothing expires at Booches, except some of our customers every once in a while. But otherwise, it's good forever. So
and it'll come as a great surprise to everyone to learn that we were sitting there talking about songwriting. Which was something that we both worked at for our whole lives, really. You know, we're both a couple of music guys. I remember, like, when he was like 10, 11 years old, his mom was telling this when I was working up there a few years later, and I don't think he was there. She probably wouldn't have told it, but like when he was like 10, 11 years old, and he would go to a party at his friend's house, he had one of those special-made boxes for all your 45 records to go in.
Ah, yeah,
He had all
had little slots in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd take that to the parties.
I love it. You know, that's how you can tell a purist, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, play another one for us, Dennis.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, we were sitting there. That's just the root of this song is that conversation we had because we started talking about writing songs that were gender-free. Get rid of all the he's and she's and then go to the yous and me's.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
those
cool.
Things, you know, and it went right. I started writing this song when we had that conversation. It took me a while to get with it.
All right, more
It's
music.
called My Eyes.
Again, it's Dennis Hodo, John Galbraith, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Call us, 573-874-5676. I promise by the end of the show I will get that right, 573-874-5676. Call, donate, help us out. Listen to these guys, incredible.
Compare yourself to a magazine shot of a young supermodel, airbrush high. I wish you could see you the way I do, because I see all the beauty in you. My eyes see the magic of you. My eyes see your soul so true. My eyes see your little grin. My eyes see the beauty within your eyes. Now I see you and the truth in your heart, the love within that never will part. Now Empress little laugh is so unique, and all the humor it is. My eyes see the magic of you. My eyes see your soul so true. My eyes see your little grin. My eyes see the beauty within your eyes. My image of you will never grow older. The whole universe within your soul. The amazing human that you are is so hard to find either near or far. My eyes see the magic of you. My eyes see your soul so true. My eyes see your little grin. My eyes see the beauty within your eyes. My image of you will never grow older. The whole universe within your soul. The amazing human that you are is so hard to find either near or far. My eyes see the magic of you. My eyes see your soul so true. My eyes see your little grin. My eyes see the beauty within your eyes.
I love it. Outstanding, amazing stuff. Okay,
Hope they can get another one going before you can.
it's we're gonna play one. I'm gonna play a cabin session song actually. I'm gonna play a recorded piece here that I like, and then we got a little bit more time. We got another half an hour, so we'll play another one with Dennis probably, and I think Keith has got one more in him. right? So, yeah, stick around. I need a breather, though, and we'll let these guys take a break for 5 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and play some more music for you, and we'll talk a little bit more about Eddie Boster and what a cool dude he is. And, yeah, and this thing is happening, John, again, next Saturday. We want to give the details?
Yeah, I think doors are at 7. I think the musicians will start around 7:15. We got solo acts like.
Well, yeah, who's going to be there?
We got Dennis. We got Keith. We got Tim Carey. We got.
Yeah, Tim's actually going to make it to town. Great.
Yeah, and we got Ramsey, and James Camp is going to be there with Rick Hawks, his friend of his that he's played with, and then it's going to be reunions of Dreams About Guns and Fugitive Kind. Neither one of those bands will be able to have a drummer, which we were hoping Fugitive Kind would, but Brian is off, and he won't be able to make it back from Arkansas, which he's off there for a graduation or something. And then my band will play at the end of the night. And
so JG3 is going to play too?
Yeah, hopefully, and then James is, well, that'll be a surprise. We'll have somebody.
Okay.
We'll have some people coming up.
Hey, who were the original members? Do you remember who was the original members of Dreams About Guns?
I do not know who. There were, like any band, there's been lots of drummers.
Yeah.
Going backwards.
But like when you were familiar though.
Oh yeah. When I left for Austin, there was Erwin, who will be there next Saturday. Erwin Van Nieuwenhuis. He's coming from California, and Tom Flint from Minneapolis. He was a bass player. He's coming.
I remember that name.
And James Camp, who lives in Asheville, North Carolina, and
okay.
Eddie and myself. And before that, Sean Erickson played drums. There was a guitar player named Rich before me. Kathy Wickel played drums. Other people too. I can't remember who was before me, but that was some of the Dreams About Guns people.
Okay. All right, cool. So you guys take a minute. I'm going to tell people that they can give us a call here at 573-874-5676. We're in the the tail end of our spring pledge drive, and KOPN survives because of good folks like you out there that recognize good radio and are willing to just put a little bit out there to help us out. It's we got a 40,000 watt transmitter, and that's a pretty serious radio signal. But it costs a lot of money to keep that thing blasting 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Imagine let's see if my math is like 400 100 watt light bulbs. Imagine them on all the time, and that's what just the transmitter costs to operate, right? So we have significant expenses here at the station. We try to be frugal and use the money wisely. And I think if you're familiar with the station, you'll recognize that is a true story. That we're really good with the money that you all share with us. And our goal is to bring good radio, independent radio, radio that's outside of the bounds of the government corporate sort of sphere. And it's becoming a more and more rare and valuable thing, in my opinion. So I hope you feel the same out there, and you can prove it by donating a little bit to KOPN here at 874-5676. Once again, 573-874-5676. You can also donate securely online at kopn.org. All right, Cabin Sessions was a cool project that Eddie was a part of for a while, and I like this one here. This is called...
some of that stuff is Big Medicine, some of it's Fugitive Kind,
yeah.
Some of it's live.
Okay. All right, I'll fill in here. So once again, it is KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. You got it there? Oh, that's fantastic. All right. Hi, Eddie. Eddie's actually listening right now. Is that from his son?
That's from Peter Company.
Oh, from Peter. All right. And Peter plays drums for you sometimes, right?
He plays bass.
Plays bass.
And Big Medicine.
Yeah. Okay. Any very exciting. So a shout out to our friend Eddie Boster listening in from his home, and if I can find that, here it is. Slow Moving Cold Front. This is one I wanted to play. Once again, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and this is Cabin Sessions featuring Eddie Boster. Give us a call, please. 573-874-5676. All right? Come on.
Look out for ice around the heart. He said there was some chance that the storm would pass us by. The cold wind would blow. Icy tears will flow. I felt a chill before the winter, and it felt like the storm was moving in. It was cold as a blue razor blade. It was a slow moving cold front moving in, just as slow. Well, we warmed up in the late spring heat. There was a soft, warm glow around the heart. Through the summer, the fire of love warmed our song. We were certain we'd never part. Oh, the love was too deep in our heart. But love is as fragile as the flowers of spring, and two hearts must beat as one. If life's misfortunes one heart should befall, there's a dark cloud that hides the sun, and 'tis like snow will fall. I felt a chill before the winter, and it felt like the storm was moving in. It was cold as a blue razor blade. It was a slow moving home from you, just a slow moving home from you. Well, the weatherman said, keep the fire dry. He said, look out for ice around the heart. Said there was some chance that the storm would pass us by. Oh, wind would blow. Icy tears will flow. I felt the chill before the winter. It was cold, cold as morning's rain. It was cold as a new razor blade. It was a slow moving cold front moving in, just a slow moving cold front moving in. I felt the chill before the winter, and it felt like It's a slow from moving.
All right, very cool stuff there from Cabin Sessions. I don't know, John, when do you figure that stuff was recorded? Maybe 20 years ago? Not quite?
Maybe.
I'm thinking
maybe
06,
15,
07, something like that.
Or maybe 15 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
I just texted Will to let him know that we're playing Cabin Sessions on there.
Ha, cool. All right. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. John Galbraith in the studio with us. Keith Fletcher is here. We've got Dennis Hodo as well. John's going to play one for us, an Eddie song, or tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, an Eddie song. The only one that I've memorized the words. Well, hopefully, we'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully. All right. Well, we'll look forward to it here and get one from John Galbraith. All right. This is Open Mic Radio, KOPN. We're talking about Eddie Boster and got a bunch of friends and former bandmates and just folks kind of coming through the station this afternoon. And yeah, really cool stuff. Great music, and we're also raising money for the station today as well. So I'll say it once again correctly: 573-874-5676 if you'd like to donate and help keep this type of radio on the air here in mid-Missouri. We'd sure appreciate it, and that's how we keep it going. Okay, so all right, John, let's do it.
All right, this song's called "Baby's Got the Matches," but I don't think it's about matches. Well, anybody that knows Eddie and knows his music knows he's a great lyricist and with some profound lyrics. And of course, I choose the one that has like innuendos in it and stuff.
That's why I love you, John.
Sounds like something AC/DC or ZZ Top might play or something.
It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. This is John Galbraith playing Eddie.
Thank you.
All right. The amazing John Galbraith playing some great stuff. She got the matches, baby. I got the wood. I love it. All right. We are getting kind of against the clock here, so I want to try to get in a couple more songs here. One more from Dennis and another one from Keith. Let's have Keith get it fired up here, and then maybe we'll have Dennis. You want to play another one after that? Are you?
I have one that Keith and I typically do together.
Okay. Well,
but
I mean, is that something that maybe we want to do now?
I guess. What are we doing?
Huh?
I heard we could. Well, it's not on. It's not on that studio CD. It's the song. The first song I ever wrote. I was sitting in the jungles of Vietnam, and it's monsoon season, so there wasn't anybody shooting at us because it was just raining too hard for anybody to be up and around it.
Right.
They were supposed to bring us our food, and they were a day late.
Oh my gosh.
When you had to carry everything you had on your back, you didn't carry much extra stuff.
Yeah.
All I had left to eat was a can of C-Rash and lima beans. And I didn't have a guitar with me, obviously. I was with an infantry outfit, and we carried everything on our back. But in my mind, I wrote this song called the Lima Bean Blues about eating that dadgum can of lima beans. And believe it or not, it was cold. I mean, I was in the Highlands, and it gets pretty cold up there sometimes. But I don't want to tell you, this song basically just tells you that story.
Yeah. All right. Hey. All right. Another sweet T-shirt just got gifted to a loyal member here. So, yeah. Once again, some great premiums if you call in your support. It's sort of like bribery, but you can donate $100 and walk away with some pretty good stuff. We do have a phone call here, but let me quickly say hi. It's Open Mic Radio. Who's this?
Hi, Open Mic Radio.
Is it Justin?
Hey! Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, Justin Hickerson. It's good to hear you, Justin. I was hoping to hear from you, or maybe have you stop down. It's great that you called. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, but unfortunately, with the rain on Monday, I've been out doing stuff outside all day today, trying to finish up the week. And like always, things just take me a little longer than I think they're going to. I totally anticipated I would be wrapped up around 4, but here I am leaving Roachport.
You know what?
Working around.
If there's something I've learned over these years, it's that nothing ever happens as quick as you want it to, and unless it's something that you don't want to happen.
I was going to say, nothing you want ever happens as quick as you need it to.
Exactly. But hey, I love you. I appreciate you calling in. I've got I got Dennis Hodo and Galbraith's here in the studio, and Keith Fletcher, and we're playing songs and talking about Eddie. And anyway, I'm glad you called to say hey.
Yeah. Eddie and I were neighbors for a little bit, and when I first moved into that area,
was that like West Ash, or where was that? That was like
that was over on West Boulevard. And so I didn't realize that Eddie lived like 2 houses down from me, and my cat is an indoor-outdoor cat. And after living there for a couple days, my cat hadn't come home. And I thought perhaps she's lost. I got her at the shelter, right?
Right.
So
she just found better accommodations.
Well, so she's got a chip, right? So I called the shelter and tried to get like the chip information, and they said that sure enough, she had been reported as found, and they gave me Eddie's number to get in contact with him. Now I didn't think that they were talking about Eddie Boster. Naturally, that wasn't the first thing that came to my mind. And that cat, when I got her, the name they had for her at the shelter, her name was Claire. Now, I've named her Pitt.
It was Claire, and what did you name her?
Pitt.
Pitts.
Now, anytime I'm talking about my cat, it's my cat. Eddie had my cat, and the chip that she was chipped with had her name registered as Claire. And when I contacted this guy started grilling me because, unbeknownst to me, Eddie thought that I was one of the people who had just moved out, and that perhaps I had left the cat there and forgotten about it. And he didn't want to give me my cat back. He kept on quizzing me. He was like, "What's the cat's name?" I was like, "Well, her name's Pitts." He was like, "That's not the name that's registered for." I was like, "What?"
It's Claire.
Excuse me? And I had to think. I was like, "Oh, I mean, is it Claire?" He's like, "All right." Well, and so she was just out here wandering around, and just kind of like, and then I paused and I recognized his voice. I was like, is this Eddie Boster? And he I could like tell that he kind of stopped, and he goes, well, as a matter of fact, it is. And who am I talking to? I said, this is Justin Hickerson. I play bass with Tim Carey, and we've met several times. Oh, God, why didn't you say so? Yeah, we got her right on down here. Did you just move in over there?
Oh, my God.
So that was how I found out me and Eddie were neighbors. So
Justin,
I'm glad y'all are keeping him lifted right now.
Well, I appreciate the phone call and a great story. If we had more time, I'd have you add some more. But we're gonna say toodaloo. I'm gonna get one more song out of these guys before we have to turn it over to Rosh Shumba and a reggae party. All right?
Oh, Rosh Shumba! Hey, cheers, you guys. Have a good one.
Justin, you're the best. I hope I see you soon, my friend. All right?
All right, see you guys.
All right, cheers. Bye.
Yeah, we'll do the short version of this.
All right, Justin Hickerson, another great friend of mine and a great friend of the program. So, all right, Dennis Hodo, Keith Fletcher, John Galbraith. Here you go. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN. Call us, 573-874-5676.
Well, I'm sitting here this morning in this monsoon rain. I'm sitting here this morning in this monsoon rain. It's raining so hard now, it's driving me insane. It's raining so hard that the birds can't even fly. It's raining so hard that the birds can't even fly. If the birds can't fly, we can't get no supply. And we ain't had no food now in 3 or 4 damn days. Yeah, we ain't had no food now in 3 or 4 damn days. If the birds can't fly, we can't get food no way. Hey, guys. Well, I reached down in my ruck and I find 1 can of green. Then I reached down in my ruck and I find 1 can of green. I pull it out and it's a can of lima beans. Put my head down to my shoes. I got the lima bean blues now, baby, through and through. I got the no good, low down, dirty, rotten lima bean blues.
Yeah. Oh, how about it? All right. Outstanding stuff. All right. It's Dennis Hodo, Keith Fletcher, John Galbraith in the studio. Thank you guys so much for coming down this afternoon. I'm looking forward to the show next Saturday. Once again, Cafe Berlin, tribute for Eddie Boster next week. A week from tonight, 7 o'clock doors, 8 o'clock show. Going to be a bunch of outstanding musicians and a bunch of outstanding people. And thank you all for sharing some of it with us this afternoon. All right.
I'll say,
Thank you.
hey, Eddie, because Eddie's listening. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Eddie, we love you, brother.
We love you, brother.
We love you. We love you, Eddie. Man. All right. And all you other guys out there, give us a call, 573-874-5676. All right, we're going to keep this radio station on the air and keep Open Mic Radio rocking into the future here, okay?
By the way,
yeah.
Dennis has a whole album of Vietnam songs that he recorded a few years ago. Not
Not Ozarkana.
but before that one, he's got a whole album of Vietnam songs.
it's just me and Johnny with guitars and my.
Is it available out there? I mean, can people
recording it on my laptop? But I wrote them. For like the first 10 years after I retired, I lived in that cabin on that front there. 700 square foot cabin. I lived out there in Mark Twain by myself.
I love it.
And I had retired from civil engineering because I went to Mizzou on the GI Bill and all that. But then I started back to music again. And that was in 2002 when that started. And until 2012, I lived there and wrote songs. Sang them for the critters in the woods and all that, you know. Whippoorwills loved them.
Are there are those songs available online anywhere, or do you got to?
Yes, they are. They're on Reverb Nation under my name.
Okay, yeah.
Be sure you mention Eddie Boster. Just want to mention Reverb Nation. You can find Big Medicine, Eddie Boster on there if you want to hear.
And there's some cabin session stuff, and there's a little bit of Fugitive Kind there as well. So
there's a little CD called Nom Songs.
All right.
And the only place online right now is Reverb Nation.
Okay, and that's under Dennis Hodo.
Yes.
All right, that's HODO for you out there if you're looking for him. Okay. All right, Dennis and Keith and John, you're the best. I'll see y'all next week.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming down. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's play one more, and then
33 and a third more, Michael.
And then we'll scoot on out of here. I want to play this one called "The Ghosts in the Highway," and then
Mike, can I just say real quick that KOPN has a very diverse listenership, and whether you're a news junkie or a jazz junkie, a redhead, a deadhead, a cool cat, or an old hat, you listeners are part of the KOPN family. And making a donation to KOPN helps ensure your favorite programming remains on the air. Thank you for listening and for supporting KOPN. Give us a call at 573-874-5676 or go online to kopn.org/donate and show your support today.
All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Thank you, Kurt. One more from Eddie, and then we'll get out of here.
Night is dripping danger, sex and portent. Darkest cloak to mystery, the shadows are bent. It's an omen of forewarning, danger ahead. Why in all this darkness am I seeing red? I thought I saw you dancing there in the dark with the ghost of our love. Ebony, the highway wet and slick. I felt the wheels skidding, my stomach went sick. I heard the sound of breaking glass, the bending of steel. My vision's fading quickly, I'm trapped behind the wheel. I thought I saw you dancing there in the dark with the ghost of our love.
All right, I'm going to talk over this a little bit because we're about ready to get out of here and hand things off to Ross Shimba and a reggae party. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. Come on back and check out Big Cat Matt and Rockabilly Corner next week. We'll be away back on the 16th of May with a live. Well, when we come back, it will be, and we'll be doing a live remote from Gumbo Bottoms down in Jeff City. I'm excited about that. We have some other great stuff coming up over the next weeks and months. Let me give you a couple of notes about who's going to be showing up. Lake and Rickley in June. We got Adventure Hat coming up in July. Johnny Fox Band on the 6th of June. Anyway, a bunch of cool stuff over the summer. So thanks for listening, and thanks to all of you. All right. You've been listening to it here. All right.
Playing today, man. What a treat.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right. It's Open Mic Radio,
Yeah.
KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web once again at kopn.org. Last chance to get in on that pledge match of $250, 573-874-5676. Give us a call. Pledge your support. And, yeah, we didn't say Imagination Station. We'll say it right now. It is KOPN, your imagination station. Okay? Come on back well, don't even leave, all right? Just stick around and support this radio station, all right? And let's see if I can get this thing figured out here, Kurt.
Well, we haven't been able to do it in about an hour and 56 minutes, so I don't know. We're down to the wire.
Yeah.
Start figuring.
All right, we'll catch you all later. All right, Rosh and Radio coming up. Catch you in a couple weeks. A bunch of great bands at Gumbo Bottoms. Get us out of here. This is Kind Kurt, kinda.
Thanks a lot. There you go. That was Open Mic Radio.